What we all saw and heard on Friday was Donald talking about women, what he thinks about women, what he does to women.
This was locker room talk. I'm not proud of it. I apologize to my family. I apologize to the American people. Certainly I'm not proud of it.
The debate over Donald Trump's controversial remarks about women continues on the campaign trail and in the court of public opinion. And tonight, the issue is also stirring up controversy right here in Buffalo.
There is now a petition calling for one of Donald Trump's biggest supporters here in Buffalo, Carl Paladino, to be removed from the Buffalo School Board for what he said in defense of the GOP nominee. Now, in response to the criticism over Trump's comments on that Access Hollywood bus 11 years ago this happened, Paladino told the Washington Post today that Trump's talk was something, quote, all men do, at least all normal men. He went on to say that the people in America look at this and they say it's another day in the life of Donald Trump. It doesn't matter to them. 7 Eyewitness News reporter Josh Bazan sat down with Carl Paladino today.
It's just gutter talk. That's all it is. 99% of the time it's exaggerated or it never happened. He's talking about his prowess, his sexual prowess. Men talk about those things all the time.
Carl Paladino is calling it sexual prowess. Others have another way of describing it.
I think that they've been miscategorized as lewd. The problem is not that they're sexually explicit. The problem is that they advocate and brag about sexual violence.
The presidential candidate's words 11 years ago, causing problems for his campaign, but also creating controversy in Western New York. Buffalo School Board member Carl Paladino says most normal men talk like that in private. Many parents disagree.
You're sick, maybe. Yeah, he's not your average guy, I guess. That's my opinion.
Right. My experience, any of my friends, and most of the people that I know, their friends, would never have engaged in that kind of discussion anyway. So I think it's a lame excuse.
The co-chairman of Trump's New York State campaign is facing criticism for those comments. Madim Santiago from Buffalo says it's sad someone on the school board thinks this talk is normal.
I would just take her out of there. I wouldn't even want my kids being in a school that is run by somebody that agrees with, supports them. Yeah, I don't get it.
I think that someone who says that sexual assault and bragging about it is a normal guy thing has no business in a public position where he's supposed to be serving children. Someone like that is a danger to children.
Adrienne Hill helped start a petition to remove Paladino from his position on the board, but Paladino continues to stand by his words.
Obviously, there are exceptions to every rule, but normal men, tend to exaggerate and talk about their sexual prowess at some point in their life.
That petition climbing to more than 1,000 supporters this afternoon. Paladino told me he has no plans to step down. Josh Bazan, 7 Eyewitness News.